LAP, this is Brandon Reisinger coming to you with your chairman's report. Might as well start off with the rumors that seem to be running amok last night and today. I've been getting texts asking if we're going 4 hours and getting robocalls and off the rest of the week. There is no merit to that. I've been talking to the plant manager and the assistant plant manager. I've had conversations with the folks over in MP&L, and there's just no truth to that at all. Don't know that we won't go like maybe a 7-6 or something along those lines, but there's no plans to go short today. Night shift is working, and we are looking at a normal shift for tomorrow. So wanted to go ahead and squash that real quick because I know there's quite a bit of talk going on out on the floor. Now we are off Friday, but that is not a layoff. That is not a parts issue. That is a union negotiated holiday for Good Friday. All right, our order bank, the Escape, is at 25,981. Corsair at 4,046 for a total of 30,027. Again, Good Friday, we are off. Easter Monday, we are off as well. Those are both union negotiated holidays. Those will pay out at 8 hours of holiday pay. So enjoy your 4-day weekend. Want to remind everybody that our uniform vendors are set up in the cafeteria right now. The ordering period has opened. It opened at midnight on the 15th, and it is open until May 14th at midnight. So if you don't get your order in by that night, the end of that night, it's going to be over. Your uniform voucher is worth $375. You can order all the way up to that. You can leave a few dollars out. If you find one item that you want that's $50 and that's all you want to order, that's fine too. But that benefit is there to you. I encourage everybody to take advantage of that. I know there's some skepticism because of the way that it went 4 years ago, but I can tell you that the bargaining team has fought very hard to make sure that this one did not go the same. We fought over who our vendor is. We've vetted all of these vendors pretty hard to make sure that we've got somebody that's going to be good with communication, good with delivery, able to deliver, has the staffing needed to make sure that the orders go in and out quickly. And I believe we've got that. Believe this one is going to be much more successful than 4 years ago. As a matter of fact, I was talking with the vendor this morning when they were setting up in the cafeteria, and he told me that they are shipping out some of the first orders today. We've already got orders getting sent to people's houses. So look for this one to go much better than before. The uniform vendor is going to be set up in the cafeteria. He was in there this morning. They're there until 1 o'clock in the main cafe today. They'll be over in the paint cafeteria, which was not on the original flyer, but we got that set up so that they could get a look as well. They're going to be in the paint cafeteria from 1:30 p.m. today until 5 p.m., which should cover paint and body 2 as day shift is leaving for the day, and cover paint and body 2 for night shift as they're coming in. So if you're wanting to get over there, check out some garments. They'll be set up. They've also got computers and paper forms over there, so if you're not comfortable with ordering or you weren't able to log in for some reason, something along those lines, they can actually help you order your uniforms, your clothing allowance right there on the spot. The login information, I've had a lot of questions on that too. When you go to log in on the website to order your uniforms, your login is going to be capital L followed by your full global. So your full global, let's get into that a little bit. If you hired in 2012 or later, your global starts with a 1, maybe you got a 1.5, a 1.6, a 1.8, or some of our more recent hires that have a 2, your global starts with a 2. There's going to be 2 zeros in front of that. So altogether, everybody's global is the same number of digits for, it's 9 digits. So if you've got a global that looks like a 7-digit global, you're used to rattling off a 154, 672, whatever. That's going to have 2 zeros in front of it. If you're one of the legacy pension employees, whatever title you want to use for that, the folks that were hired in prior to 2012, your global probably starts with an 8 or a 4. There's some 6s. You've got a 6-digit global. There's going to be 3 zeros in front of that. So when you go to put your stuff in, capital L, 2 zeros if you start with a 1 or a 2. More than likely 3 zeros if you're starting with one of the higher digits, followed by your global. Password 1 with a capital P is the login to initially get into the site. That should get you in, and it should get you into your proper site. If you're not showing up on there for some reason, if you want to get with myself, one of the bargainers, your committee person, whatever, we can try and get that sorted out. If you want to go visit the vendor in one of the locations that they're set up, they can help you get in as well. They actually administer the website themselves. Their IT guys here with them. So if you're having issues getting in, they can get you logged in. All right, we hit on the 2 holidays. So 4-day week this week, 4-day week next week, 4-day week the following week as well. That is because of Oaks Day. It does look like we are going to be running production that week. But Oaks Day is one of the things that's negotiated in our local. Production will not run on Oaks Day, and trades cannot be forced to work. So if any trades that want to opt off are able to opt off as well. It is written in our language that it won't cause a loss. So if the company chooses to do so, we could be on four 10-hour days that week. Not real clear if that's going to be the case or not yet. Could be 4 by 10 or it could be 4 by 8, but it will be a 4-day week. Let's see, coming up we've got the next membership meeting, which is going to be Tuesday, May 13th at the KTP Hall. That's at 1 and 6 p.m. I look forward to seeing you at one of those. Also wanted to talk a little bit about the March for Babies walk. March for Babies is an event that is put on by March of Dimes. They do that down on the waterfront at Waterfront Park. They do that every year. This year's is Saturday, May 17th, and I've actually signed up to chair the event. Ford and the UAW as a whole have been one of the biggest contributors in Kentucky for decades. And proudly we donate and support March of Dimes very strongly. Since COVID, we've really had a fall off in pretty much all of our charitable donations because the restrictions that were put in place just made it harder for us to do a lot of the things that we do to fundraise. I'm trying to counteract that and get us re-energized and back involved in March of Dimes. One of the ways I'm trying to do that is by getting us involved in this March of Babies event. Again, that's Saturday, May 17th, Waterfront Park. It starts at 10 a.m. I think registration is at 9. Anybody that's interested in signing up for the walk, you can do that at www.marchforbabies.org/team/LAP. Even if you can't attend, I encourage you to do what you can to try and support March of Dimes. It's a very good cause that's important to a lot of us, and it has been supportive of a lot of our membership. Some of them may have told you about it and some of them may have not, but over the years they've helped a lot of our members as well. So again, if you get the chance and you'd like to participate in that, I encourage you to do so, and I'd love to see you down there. I believe that's all that I've got for this week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.